So let's say you got something going on, and let's say it feels pretty big, and you know it because you feel negative emotion. You know that you're using whatever as your excuse to not be a vibrational match to who you are. And you're using your guidance system. That's what your emotions are. Your emotions are your indicator. The better you feel, the more you've closed the gap between you and you. The worse you feel, the more you've widened the gap between you and you. If you are chronically complaining and not feeling good, it means you've trained yourself into a vibration that just won't let life get really good for you. So you say, well, I've got a lot to complain about. And we say, we imagine you do. Because when you've trained yourself into a complaining vibration, the well-being is hindered by your habit of thought. So then you say, well, how do I untrain myself? And we say, by reaching as often as you can, consciously and deliberately, for the best thought about the active subject that you can find from where you are. By reaching for the best of it rather than the worst of it. By beating the drum of the wouldn't it be nice ifs instead of beating the drum of wouldn't it be awful if. By beating the drum of I really like this about that instead of the drum of what I really don't like about that is. In other words, they are small differences in the way you are approaching life. But if we can somehow convince you in the time that we're together today that you are a source energy vibration that is powerfully calling you home to the well-being that you deserve, and that if you will listen to the call of that source and vibrationally feel for it and listen for the vibration of source and move consistently in the direction of the thoughts that feel better, you will, before you know it, close the vibrational gap between you and you on every subject that's active within you, and you will then be the joyous, progressive, fulfilled, intuitive, loving, vital, exhilarated being that you were born to be. So, it isn't a hard thing once you understand the way it all works. In other words, if you take away from this gathering only the understanding that you are source energy and that when you are here in this physical body, if you're not letting yourself vibrate in alignment with who you really are, you're just not going to feel good. Here's the way the creative process works. So you were source energy. Part of you came forth into this body. You're mixing it up with others, and you are sending constant rockets of desire forward. Forward, where the source within you is taking them. Now, do you understand that everything that exists around you is an extension or an expanded version of a previous vibration? Everything is vibration first before it becomes thought form or before it takes form. So even this world that you see spinning in its orbit was at one time only a concept, a vibrational concept. And here you are now, full-fledged human beings with all of your physical beingness, interpreting vibrationally this time-space reality. Everything that you know around you as the real physical stuff is just an extension of thought. So everything that is coming in your future is now already fulfilled vibrationally in what we are calling your vibrational reality. We've been calling it your vibrational escrow, your vibrational reality. Now, there are a lot of people scoffing, oh, vibrational reality. We say, you must not scoff at vibrational reality because all reality came from vibrational reality. And it comes fast if you will allow it. You are on the leading edge. The manifestation time between the inception of thought and the lining up with it is seconds in many cases. You are on the brink of instant manifestation in many cases for this reason. You are not new to creation. You are long-time creators. And you have set a lot into motion even before you came into this physical body. You had a vibrational escrow brewing before your feet even hit the ground here. And now, with the last conversation you had with someone, with the last thing you watched on television, with the last book you read, with the last movie you went to, with the last thought you thought, you have been contributing to this vibrational escrow, and it is brewing. No, it is swirling. It is a gigantic vortex of attraction. Now, we want to call your attention. You've been hearing about law of attraction, but few are even coming close to understanding the power of law of attraction. This is the law that creates worlds. So here is this swirling energy. How did it get there? You put some of it there before you were even born. You've been putting it there every day of your physical experience. So here is this vortex of becoming. Feel it. This vortex of becoming, this vibration, this pure vibration of all the things that you want, all the amended details that you've been asking for. Here it is swirling, 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 and law of attraction is summoning all, hear this, all cooperative parts to it. What do we mean? Cooperative parts meaning things of a vibrational match. So, you didn't have a lover, you asked for a lover. You had a lover with no money, you asked for a lover with more money. You had a lover who didn't like you very much, you asked for a lover who really likes you. You had a lover who didn't share your values, you asked for a lover who shared your values. In other words, you've been building this escrow, and this escrow is vibrationally vivid and real and attracting. So, here is your request on all kinds of subjects. And there, as your request is pulsing, because it's being tended, no, it's being known, no, it's being bead by the source within you, and law of attraction, powerful law that creates worlds, is amassing all cooperative places, people, events, things, all things necessary to fulfill what you've been asking for are being drawn by this powerful vortex of attraction. The question we want to put to you is, are you cooperating? Are you cooperating with your own desire? No, I'm bummed that I don't have it. Are you a vibrational match to your lover? No, I'm mad at the one I've got. Are you a vibrational match to the well-being that you're asking for? No. No, I've joined an online chat group and we complain. We complain all day about how bad it is. No, I am in my human form the one uncooperative component of my creation. So what happens to your creation? Do others get it? No, they got their own going. So will my creation go away? No, it'll just get bigger. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the control or the need of control of things that are uncontrollable, like what anybody else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this gathering saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. In other words, Jerry and Esther could stand here and say, we are teachers of deliberate creation, and we've got a terrible buzz in our meeting hall. What has gone wrong? And we say, nothing ever goes wrong, because every piece of contrast, no matter how wrong it seems to be, it's always helping you to clarify what it is you do want. And that's the thing that we want you to remember most of all. The contrast, no matter how it looks in any moment, is contributing mightily to your expansion. And the thing that you call things going wrong in your life experience are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective about it. In other words, if you could just accept that you have amassed a huge vibrational fortune that is ready for you to begin tapping into immediately, and all that is required in order to tap into it is a willingness to look in the direction of what you want, which will cause you to no longer look in the direction of what you don't want, life will begin to get better for you right now. And that is our strongest message to you. Life is supposed to be good for you. You live whether you know it or not. You live, and we want you to come to know it even the hours that we are together today. You live as the full recipients of a hurricane of grace that is flowing toward you at all times in answer to all that you have been asking for. Not one of you has been separated out as one who should not be the receiver of it. All of you are in the full flow of this hurricane of well-being. And as you understand that, and you begin to stand up with an attitude of willingness to receive the benefit of this well-being and worthiness that's flowing to you at all times, as you just get a whiff of that. And the best way to get a whiff of it is to stand right where you are right now and do your best to find the best of the positive aspects that surround you. Look for things to appreciate even if there aren't that many. Look for things to feel good about even if there are more things to feel bad about. Give your attention as best you can to the best things that are going on in your experience, with the determination to train yourself into the best feeling vibration that you can find right here and now. And as that is your mantra, today, no matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, no matter who I'm doing it with, it is my dominant intent to look for and find things that feel good when I see them, when I hear them, when I smell them, when I taste them, when I touch them. It is my dominant intent to solicit from experience and exaggerate and talk about and revel in the best of what I see around me here and now. As that is your mantra, you will tune yourself to the best vibration that you can reach for, and then the best, and then the best, and then the best, and then the best. And before you know it, you will be vibrating in the vicinity of what's going on in your vibrational escrow, in your vibrational reality. Do you know that this vibrational reality is spinning and becoming? And if you are in anger or fear or despair, you're nowhere near it. When you get in the vicinity of hope, when you start feeling hopeful, you're within range. When you feel hopeful, it's drawing you in. It's drawing you in. And once you begin to believe or expect good things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get in there, you're no longer the only uncooperative component. Now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with your money. You get to rendezvous with your vitality. You get to rendezvous with your clarity. You get to rendezvous with your lover, with your loving neighbor, with the things of your environment that you've been wishing for. You get to rendezvous with all of the good stuff that you've put there once you begin to get in the vicinity of what feels good. And you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. By tomorrow, you could be vibrationally so close to who you are that you would begin to see the evidence. You would begin to see movement. Your bank account will shift toward what you are wanting. The people in your neighborhood will begin to be more cooperative. In other words, you have control of everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. And when you care about how you feel and you lean in the direction of what feels best, you become, in a very short time, a vibrational match to who you have become. And then people who are watching, you say, what happened to you? You're just happy all the time. And every time I turn around, some other wonderful thing is coming to you. And you say, I got in the vortex. And they say, what? Say, yeah, I got into the vortex. I'm in the vortex. What? How do you get in? Where's the door? Where's the door? I went in too. You say, well, you've got your own. And you have to feel your way in. There's not a written script. There's not a detailed manual. There's not an obvious door. There's not a combination lock. You just feel your way in. Well, how do you know? How do you know if you're on the track? You feel better than you just did? Well, I feel like revenge. Well, you're probably moving in the right direction. Because right before revenge, how did you feel? Well, before revenge, I felt powerless. Now I'm feeling revenge good. You're on the path. I'm feeling revenge and I'm on the path to the vortex of well-being. Yeah, just don't go back to powerlessness and you'll be on the path. What comes after revenge? Anger. You'll be real mad at a lot of people. Oh, I've been there. Well, go there again, because when you're angry, you're on the path. Anger is better than revenge. It's closer to your vortex. What comes after that? Frustration, overwhelmment, pettiness. Yeah, I can sort of get that. What comes after that? Hope. I haven't had any of that in a long time. Well, then look forward to it. Look forward to hope. Because when you can say to your friend, in the vicinity of hope, you'll get in the vortex. Occasionally, every day, something will happen that will give you evidence that you are the deliberate creator of your experience. If you can hang around in hope, even only on 2 or 3 subjects, you'll get in the vortex enough that you will come to believe. If you can make your way to hope, and it's not hard, you'll get in the vortex often enough that you'll start to believe. Believe what, your friend will say? You'll begin to believe in the power of your thought. You'll begin to believe in the goodness of this universe. You'll begin to believe in the worthiness of your being. You'll begin to believe in the power of who you are. You'll begin to believe in the cooperative law of attraction and the way it will affect you. You will begin to believe that all things are possible. You will begin to believe that you are the creator of your own reality. You will begin to believe that you can control your thoughts by paying attention to the way you feel. You will begin to believe that you can be or do or have anything. That's what I know you will tell your friend now that I am in the vortex.